Gemini King, Mike in the night, and the Gemini crew. Ooh. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another turn, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Everything's alright when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Giving the world light when you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Sometimes things are just absurd, so let's just talk about the world, 'cause you're here with us tonight. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Mike into the night, you're here with Mike in the night. Let's just talk about the world, give this page another curl, 'cause you're here with us tonight.
Welcome one, welcome all to a very special edition of Mike in the Night. I'm trying to get this audio to work here, people. Having troubles with the audio. A lot of people complaining they can't hear me. I got my gain on max. I got my volume on max. I got everything set to max. And I don't know what to do. Maybe turn up your volumes on your sets. I want to thank everyone for tuning into Mike in the Night. It's becoming very successful. It's getting a lot of replay. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to play it on replay. Very easy to find on my channel. Mike in the Night's got its own little segment area when you go to my channel, and trends in the housing market and other things that are going on. I want to send a big hug out there to everybody in this YouTube world that's watching. I'm back on the main channel. I'm very happy to be back on the main channel. And I couldn't sleep tonight. The entire family is sleeping right now. And the house is quiet. Not a creature is stirring, not even a mouse. Heck, even my cat's asleep. So it's a nice quiet house tonight. Lots of rooms here. They can't hear me. I could probably yell at the top of my lungs. They could probably won't even hear me. So you're joining me tonight with Mike in the Night. Anyways, couple of articles we want to go through here. Let's go over a little bit of Zero Hedge and what's going on. Also, I would like to touch on, someone asked me to talk about what's happening in Alberta, so we'll read a couple of articles on what's happening in Alberta. And if you guys in the comments want to tell me what we should look up and what we should talk about tonight on Mike in the Night, I'd like to know. I'm not turning on the Skype tonight. I just want to keep it simple tonight. I just want to keep it on the download tonight. Very simple. It's a Monday night here. Everyone's asleep. And you're just with Mike Martins. So, you ever get that, guys? You're at home. And you just got this sense of peace. The whole house is asleep. All right, Jamie Gutierrez, my man. Let's talk about price reductions in California. Yeah, we did cover that on a little bit on trends in the housing markets. Especially San Diego is seeing a big punch in the gut. There's quite a bit. Let's see what we got here. Media humiliation. So before we get into California, let's look at strengthened commercial markets suggest residential could be poised for a rebound. This is coming from Calgary. Residential real estate market might be struggling, but commercial real estate in Calgary is showing signs of continuing strength, according to a recent report. So that's one. So I don't know how much faith I would put into that. Canada's housing market headed for the weakest year in almost a decade, warned CRE update outlook. So a little bit of a problem here. We're heading towards a huge problem. The average price of homes sold last month was down 5.2% from last year. The numbers dropped to a 10-year low. Jamie Gutierrez, why don't you, buddy, I mean, you're always on the chat. Why don't you add me on Skype? Tu quieres ponerme en Skype? My Skype handle is Mike Martins 1980. I'd like to get your view, what's happening in California area too. Yeah, Jamie Gutierrez. Add me on Skype. Skype is free. Everyone's got Skype. I got Skype and it's working so well. And I'd like to hear a little bit from you. So sales down 4.4% in February. Prices down 5.2%. Atlas Group predicts increasing new home starts in Alberta 2019-2020. And if you're living in Alberta, guys, let's wait till spring hits in another month there. Spring usually hits later. So Atlas Group predicts increases in new home starts in Alberta for 2020. So that's what's happening right now. I got an email that asked me someone to talk about their neighbors in the province of Alberta. Canada's economy is forecast to slower further. So anyone living in Alberta, just wait till spring. Start to see if there's an uptick in sales. And we got the Drudge Report open here. We got Zero Hedge open here in case I've run out of things. But friend is asking for price declines in California. So apparently what's happening here, retailers are always going to tell you there's a rebound in the price, right? Canadian home sales rebound in February, median price at $534 large. California home sales rebound in February, median price dips. California home sales rebound in February, I don't believe it. House prices seeing tiny gains as sales continue to decline. Well, sales are declining though. So January home prices slip in Southern California. Sales plummet to 11. Let's see this one here. To 11-year low. There you go. So if you're living in the California area, I respectively ask that you just hold on. There's too much crap going on, and too much crap going on, especially with too much of the propping, with all those tax cuts that we're doing for homeowners and stuff. So watch out for that. Okay, we got Bear Paw asking me, what's your favorite old school Magic card? My old school Magic card. Old school Magic card. That's a good one. Does it have to be old school? I guess if it's got to be old school, I love cancel. Cancel, or cancels are always good. Negates are good too. I always keep 2 blue mana open. Jamie Gutierrez is saying he's shy. Shy of what? No manches, wey. ¿Qué es la problema? Puedes llamarme aquí en los Skype. No hay problema. En 5 minutos ya estás platicando conmigo. He's saying he's shy. Okay. Maybe better to trust in God with your life savings. Buy a Bible. I have many Bibles. Yeah. I even have the Gospel. Oh, it's not in this room. I keep thinking I had it in this room on the shelf, but I kind of remodeled this room. I have the Gospel according to Thomas. I also own the Gospel according to Judith. Sorry. The Gospel according to Mary Magdalene. I have several like complete Bibles, King James versions, all kinds. The Raven is in the house. Hey, Raven, how you doing, brother? Hope you're having a good night in Winnipeg. Hope everything's doing good down there. We got Bear Paws asking me something before Tempest. What was before Tempest? Okay, there's a lot of cards before Tempest that were really good. Okay, if it's before Tempest, I would say Bazaar of Baghdad. I like the Bazaar of Baghdad as my first one, and my second one would be Library of Alexandria. Anyways, back on everyone understandable topic. Yeah, the Ravens doing great. That's good to hear. So that's what's happening in California, guys. If you're in California, you're just gonna have to wait around. There's nothing, especially if you're out of reach. Just do what everyone else did and just leave. As long as you're not a liberal, you're fine. You could leave California. You could find other more conservative states to live in, like Texas. All my exes live in Texas. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I'm wide awake. Whole house is asleep. It's quiet. But it's okay. I'm far away from where everyone's sleeping. I could do my thing. You know what I'm saying, guys? Okay, so let's go on Zero Hedge. Lots going on, guys. MSNBC anchor on Evanetti arrest. My head is officially going to explode. I don't understand what this is about. Something about some Nike thing happened, or with Nike Air or something. You try to bribe somebody. I don't even want to waste my time to open that. That's the creepy porn star lawyer guy. Let's get some a little bit of side sound effects here. Help make my day. Man, I had a horrible day today, but it's getting better. Had a spent some good time with the wife and the kids. Did stuff around the house. Let me see what we got going on here.
You keep your mouth shut, fat boy.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be our Ric Flair for tonight.
You keep your mouth shut, fat boy.
I love that one. Man, I love that one. Well, yeah, he tried to shake down Mike for 22 Nike Air. Yeah, the Ravens saying for 22 million, not pesos, okay, or bolivares, American dollars. For those living in Canada, that's 1 trillion gazillion dollars. Mike of the night.
You keep your mouth shut, fat boy.
Let's get a woo. Guys, we need a woo out there. I don't care what anyone says. We need a woo out there. So, you know what? It's Mike of the night. Mike of the night, and I control the mic. Alright, before we get into that, let's get a woo going on. Alright, we got a woo. We got old Ricky with us now tonight. Alright, so let's get back to business. Mike of the night. Yeah, he's a Trump critic. We all know that. Rainier Mola, what's the topic today? You guys tell me in the comments what you want to talk about. So I got Zero Hedge open for us to talk about in the comments and whatnot. We also got Drudge Report open. I always go with the ones that are that the media always like hates or brings up as the media brings up as every time the media or anything that's state controlled or government controlled, it's like, especially when they're pushing that vaccines are good and an outbreak, non-vaccinated. How can a non-vaccinated kid bring measles when the people that are vaccinated should have nothing to worry about? I don't know. I'm not even going to get the vaccines because he's going to flag my channel. Not even going to bother. Rainier Mole is asking, can we talk about the new Canadian federal budget? Yeah, we could talk about that. Why don't you send me a link to a really good article, and I'll go ahead and open that up, and we can look at it quick. Farms flooded out in various states, says Belinda Lee Mercer. is telling me that there's farms flooded out in various states. That's dangerous, guys. Once you start messing around with our food chain, watch out. Trump is going to repeat this until November 2020. Thanks, MSNBC. Congratulations to the Russia-obsessed Democrats for being the single most valuable contributors to the Donald J. Trump 2020 re-election campaign. Woo! Rick, where are you? Rick, back me up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, $10 trillion in negative bonds out there. The Raven said. I covered that today in my markets crashing video today. We'll get to it. It's probably in here too. Let's see what they got here. A letter from Britain, an establishment blinded by Russia-phobia. The British elite challenged large parts of a British population is rallying around the trumped-up fear of Russia as a means of protecting its interests. Oh my God. Can Japan join the multipolar revolution, or will the U.S. imperialism bring it to the heel? Oh, I know this guy. U.S. concealed secret 9/11 tapes of alleged... I'm not even going to bring that up. It's going to flag my video. Apologies to President Trump. Sorry, not sorry. Sorry hardly seems to be enough. Will anyone be held accountable? You know, spending, what, $1 trillion of taxpayers' money to investigate this and then all this stuff and all these people making money. No one did this for free. Who's going to do all these investigations for free? Nobody is. Money. And someone's at Bear Paws asking, how about Goldilocks about to nuke Syria in response to Trump's Golan Heights decision? Well, we don't. I'm all for freedom of speech, guys, and you know that. You know I am. But there's certain countries I can't talk about, or certain things I just can't. They're just gonna flag my channel. So we got it. Goldilocks, unless we start running some sort of ancient Navajo codes, so no one could translate what we're talking about. But then, yeah, that's not gonna work. Raven says there were 535,000 stories done by Russian collusion. That's a lot of crap. And you got all those losers on The View that are targeting single stay-at-home moms. And what's happening with that is they're kind of crippling their minds in what they believe from their bullcrap view. And they're brainwashing their husbands when they come home from work, telling them how they should think if they're on their side because somebody on The View told them this and this and that. I think The View could go to hell, if you ask me. So the Raven says there were 533,000 stories done on the Russian collusion. I know I read it. I gotta say it again because... And he goes on to say that it's all a lie. Pura mentira. So if you're in northern Mexico, you say, hey, carnal, esto es pura mierda, güey. ¿Qué es esto? That's how you say it if you're in northern Mexico. Norteño. I spent 2 years in Mexico. Oh, Department of Justice concludes Obamacare unconstitutional and should be struck down. Guys, Obamacare was a nightmare for my family living in New Jersey. Oh, we got Jamie Gutierrez saying, a la verga. No valen verga. Este pinche Russian collusion no valen verga. But, you gotta remember, guys, I'm the most racist guy you'll ever meet. Ever. I speak all these languages, so I must be a racist. Okay, DOJ concludes Obamacare. So, let me tell you what happened with Obamacare with my family living in... I have family in New Jersey, Manhattan. I got family living in Florida, everywhere in the United States. And Obamacare, they would pay the $5,000 a year fee to not be part of... You could be part of Obamacare and pay $900 a month, or you could not be part of Obamacare and pay $5,000 a year. You had one of the two choices. And if you didn't pay the $5,000 a year, you go to collections. So that's how bad Obamacare was. So, foreigners dump most Chinese stocks on record as rally fizzles. The last two times they dumped a similar amount of Chinese shares via exchange links in Shanghai, gauge dropped at least 7 points the following days. Man, markets are opening right now in China. So maybe we should have a live thing going on right now. We should have a live thing going on because the markets right now are let's see what's going on with Chinese markets right now. All right, here we go. The DAX, the FTSE. Yep, Hang Seng is down right now. Hong Kong closes in 1 hour and 19 minutes. The Shanghai Composite is down too. Closes in 19 minutes. The French opens in an hour. The CAC. So we'll keep this open, guys, just to kind of keep an eye on if there's any major movements in the markets before they close. So we'll be back in 20 minutes for the Chinese Shanghai Composite and see it's down 1.3%. Which is kind of a big law. I don't know how many millions or hundreds of millions that is, but that's quite a bit. And the Hang Seng is 0.19 is not too bad, but that's the Hong Kong one. But we want to keep an eye on the Shanghai Composite. The Nikkei is up in Japan 2.15, and market closed. So it closed at 250. I could barely see this. Let me open. I kind of want to see what's happening in Australia. Currencies look strong right now against the US dollar. Everything looks strong right now. Everything looks like it's going up against the US dollar right now. So let's keep that open. All right. All right. Sounds like extortion for Obamacare. Oh. The Sinaloa cartel won't even pull that kind of a racket. Believe me. And AA says, Mike on the night on a Monday. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, don't you know it. I just had a really terrible day. All day has been terrible with everything. My soccer team lost today. All kinds of crap happening today. Like so much match fixing. It's so blatant. It's like, just keep making fun of us. I'm used to it. Don't worry. And I got everyone's asleep, and I had a donut, so I'm like wide awake right now. Kind of cheated on my diet quite a bit today, guys. I'm really sorry. I want to stay true to myself, but it's so hard when my parents are in town and they just splurge on groceries. It's like a buffet in this house every single day. It is so hard to resist just plates of all kinds of different foods. Oh, it's so tough. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, just to keep your ear on my channel from time to time. I usually come on live when I'm bored or the whole house is asleep and I don't want to wake anyone up. I know. Osaka Shogun is basically saying that carbs are death. I know they are. I know they are. You are right on the money. So I got a home buyers get new mortgage incentive. Yeah, I covered this earlier. Home buyers here. I covered this. Let's go over it real quick again. So, this guy is talking, and nobody cares. All right, here we go. It's still talking. Get lost, dude. Canada can't afford to buy a house. The government may take a part in the cost. This is the crap you need to watch out for. Every time the government is involved, it's not good. Yeah, federal budget adding more fuel to the housing bubble. Oh, you better believe it. And that's what they're going to keep doing. They're going to keep this thing rolling as long as they can. I'm just going to sit back. I'm out of all the markets right now. I have nothing. I have no stakes in oil. I have no stakes in any currency right now. Well, I have some American money, but I mean, I have no stakes in major oil companies anymore, or marijuana stocks or anything. I'm just going to sit back, enjoy, and watch what happens. So Living the Dream is asking, how are Rosie and Angelina doing? Well, we're doing great. Today we went to go get our photos done at Walmart, like 60 by 27 inches. Yeah. Rainier Mola says, thing is, the budget doesn't do anything for Vancouver and Toronto. It's targeted to bubble Montreal and Ottawa. Yeah. See, Montreal and Ottawa right now are big, and there's a lot of bidding wars there in Northeast Canada. So, lots of bidding wars up there. And that's because it still hasn't been touched, and there's a lot of people going out for these bidding wars. So, they're in a bit of they're gonna get hit too. This is the gist of the bloodiest proposal budget for 2019 that puts forth help for middle-income Canadians to fulfill their homeownership dream. Guys, you need to remember, if the first-time buyers don't get in the market, it's over. I said this a few videos, 4 videos ago, and for some reason everyone's making a video about this. I don't know if it's just we're all telepathically linked in our minds, or... First-time homebuyer incentive. Canada Mortgage Housing Corporation would use $1.25 billion over 3 years to help lower mortgage costs for eligible. If you don't qualify to buy, that means you don't buy. The money would go to first-time homebuyers applying for insured mortgages. Borrowers will still have to pony up a down payment for at least 5% of the home purchase price. So that's 50 large if it's $1 million. It's still a lot of money to pony up, right? Especially when you have no money left over after you pay all your bills. On top of that, you would receive an incentive up to 10% of the house price, which would lower the amount of their mortgage. For example, say you're hoping to buy for $400 large. Okay, where? A tree house for $400 large? Okay, unless you're in like Medicine Hat, Alberta or something, or Swift Current or something. Home with the minimum required 5%, which works out to 20 large. With new incentive, you could receive up to 40 large through CMHC now instead of taking out the $380,000 mortgage. You need to borrow only $340,000. This will lower your monthly mortgage bills from $1,970 to less than $1,700. Okay. So you get a $200 reduction. I have cell phones that are more than that. Cell phone bill. What? Guys, I'm severely delusional tonight. So someone's going to... A $200 a month reduction. So it's what? $2,400 a year. If people are so strapped for cash that they think saving $2,400 a year is going to help them advance, or they're got their payment lower, and they're saving $2,400 a year, you got to be out of your damn tree. If you're thinking you're going to get ahead with that, you got to be out of your tree. Unless you don't eat. I had a donut tonight, by the way. I cheated on my diet. I'll pay for it tomorrow. The incentive would be 10% for buyers purchasing newly built home and 5% for existing homes. Only households with an annual income of under 120 large would be able to participate in the program. This guy here is going to talk here for a bit.
Our electronics do amazing
shut up,
things.
man. All right, let's move on. Homeowners, hold on.
You keep your mouth shut, fat boy.
All right. Homeowners would eventually have to repay the incentive, possibly at resale. Is still unclear yet. So when you sell your home, you got to pay back the 40 or 30 large that the government put into it. Okay, let me go to the comments. There's so many comments here. Rainier Mola, Montreal and Ottawa is around 400 large now. The limit on this policy is 420 large, which is why it's meant for these two cities. So Rainier Mola, I think, is in Quebec right now, covering the ground there for us. Been on the show, I think, before, twice, I think. The Raven says, where are they getting the 1.25 billion? Sweetheart, it's coming out of your deductions from your labor that you pay in your check. Okay. Raven says 10 billion is going to natives and in the north, so it's bad. And then Psyo says it's good for residents outside Vancouver and Toronto. Basically, incentive to get out of Vancouver and Toronto. Yeah, I guess. And Jedi is saying you're obsessed about death. You could die in your sleep or get run over by a bus tomorrow. Stop worrying. When it's your time, it's your time. Oh, no, honestly, to be honest, I just want to shed a few pounds. I'm turning into one of these guys here.
You keep your mouth shut, fat boy.
Yeah, so I want to kind of, yeah. Shogun here is saying, I use cell phone for 2FA and get on Bansi to do trades. That's about it, though. So, buddy goes on the phone to trade. All right, so this is a really good article. Also, mortgage applicants will have to qualify under federal stress test. Okay. Which ensures that borrowers will be able to keep up their debt repayments even if higher interest rates. However, the incentive would essentially lower the bar for test takers, as applicants would have to qualify for a lower mortgage. On the other hand, the amount of the insured mortgage plus CMHC incentive would be capped at 4 times the home buyer's annual income, or up to 480 large. So Monroe argues that incentives won't inflate the market.
Our electronics.
Oh my God, this guy again. Oh my God.
You keep your mouth shut, fat boy.
Yeah. This means that most expensive homes Canadians would be able to buy this way would be worth around 500 a large to 480 a large, max's insured mortgage and incentives, plus the down payment amounts. The government is hoping to have a program up and running by September. So here's the house price, 400 large, down payment 20 large, and then your incentive is 40 large at 10 points, and then your mortgage is that, and then your monthly cost would be lowered by 200. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. $2,400. Are you telling me if you think you're going to get ahead by saving $2,400 a year, you should not be buying a house? You should not be buying this for 400 large. You got to buy something for in and around 150, 200,000. That's what the average person could afford. If you make 120 large a year, you should only be 80 to 100,000 a year. You should buy something under 300,000. Plain and simple. Because everything's so overly inflated with this massive, are we on our third or second asset bubble now? Anyways, I just got caught by some advertising here. So, yeah, I would be very wary about this, guys. I would be very wary about this. It's getting to a point where it's getting disgusting. Oh, so Buddy does crypto exchange on his phone. Okay, got it. All right. The Raven got it on the money again. They have to offer home buyers 10 points to try and keep the Ponzi going. They have to keep expanding the debt. Yeah. And we're losing. They're stealing from us. All right, let's go back to Zero Hedge. America's fentanyl problem. China can turn off the tap if it wants it. If it wants. China's behavior is better characterized as homicidal revenge. Instead of Schadenfreude, it's more like it's an arsonist gloating while watching fire trucks and ambulances heading to his latest fire pickup to pick up the corpses. A failed ICO has ended up on eBay. We hired a lawyer that was a big mistake for us. What the hell is that? $60 million? What's an IC? What is this? Okay, I gotta see this, guys. Holy... Okay, I know what this is now. Sorry. The cryptocurrency sector struggling since the bubble popped in December 2017, battling through a vicious bear cycle that collapsed in the initial coin offering ICO market. Okay, I know what it is now. Some blockchain thing. Woo! Alright, let's move on. Move it along. These aren't the droids. These aren't the droids we're looking for. Russiagate may be dead, but tech censorship is here to stay! Yeah, ever since our friend, Hilldog lost the election, it's just destroyed social media. Ever since she lost the election, everybody was censored and shut down. That's how powerful Hilldog is. Luckily, I'm below the radar and Hilldog doesn't even know I exist. And Hilldog lost that election against Trump. She has the power, man. Look what she did to social media. Destroyed it. Everybody's being punished because of her. Andrew Kerr. A house I have been looking at in Dandenong, Melbourne, had $35,000 knocked off the asking price overnight. Andrew, relax. It's going to go down even more. If that's in one night, watch what's going to happen in 3 months. Housing isn't bad here in Kansas City area, but I'm holding off until whatever is going to happen here soon. Holding silver and cryptos. Yeah, silver is a good thing to have. I guess silver is a good... Oh, God, stop yawning. I moved from Denver after selling the very top of the bubble there, so I did okay. Yeah, you did really okay. Also, Lord Humongous, who's on the show once in a while, also had basically sold at the top when he was in Denver. How much do you think to build a brand new house, 2,000 square feet, realistic numbers? In what country? Payaso, what country are you in? 2,000 square feet, I'll tell you. All right. Yeah, so we got nailed. We got nailed to a cross. Once Hilldog lost that election, man, everybody's getting punished. All right, so let's refresh this and see what the markets are looking like overseas. All right, China closes in a minute. It's down 1.59. The Hang Seng is down 0.14, closes in 1 hour. And the Nikkei market's already closed. European markets will be opening in the next hour. What else have we got going on here? Yeah. I wonder who's going to go see... I think Hillary Clinton's coming to Vancouver, and everybody loves her in Canada. And I think she's coming to Vancouver, and everybody loves her. Man, everybody loves her in Canada. Well, not everybody. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm saying everybody was rooting for her here in Canada to win the presidency. Okay, BC, Canada, outside Vancouver and Kelowna. Well, I have a friend that's trying to... I have a friend that's trying to build a house here in Merritt, and they quoted him, I think it was $600,000. Not pesos, dollars. And that's about 510,000 American. And I'm thinking, why is everything so damn expensive in Canada? So he's like adding water, sewer, electricity, power, all that stuff to his property. It's going to cost him an arm and a leg. He bought 10 acres of land, and he's pretty choked. Everywhere he's talking to, he could build the same house in Houston for like $70,000. 2,000 square foot. I don't know why, guys. You could build the same house in San Diego, California for $114,000. So I don't know why. And you come to Canada, you build a house, $600,000. Yeah. And then Pioso saying, insane. It seems like it's cheaper to buy a pre-built in the... Oh, yeah. And pay the taxes at the border and pay the shipping and pay the workers double to build a house. The pre-build is cheaper than getting a house built. The Raven said that's $447,000 US. Yeah. And someone says that the Eskimos must have a damn good union. Someone's asking if he builds in Texas, will you give him a hat? Oh, he'll get one when he gets there. Try San Francisco. Oh, no. San Francisco? No. No. San Francisco, it depends where. San Francisco, you're looking to build a decent 2,000 square foot home. You're looking at about 430,000 American to build in that area. That's not the land. That's just to build a house. Like, okay, maybe 400,000. It's weird. You go to different parts of America, it's either stupid expensive or it's dirt cheap, and the labor's cheaper. You go to parts of Florida, in like Tallahassee, or if you go to Jacksonville, man, you could buy a piece of land for 13 grand. I'm not joking. Lots for sale for 13,000, and you could build a house for under 40,000, like a decent house. Look at Walking Journey on his channel. He bought a piece of land in Texas and bought a house for $18,000 or $21,000. The Raven's a Teamster, and Bamboo is a CWA himself. And then Oka Shogun is saying homeless were a big problem back in 2005 when you try to buy a ticket for the BART in San Francisco. I wonder how much worse it is now. It's bad. Paul Joseph Watson did a video recently. It wasn't a long time ago, like 8 months ago, called... San Francisco is a SHI hole. Look it up on YouTube. It's about 11 minutes long, and it's nuts. It's nuts. And so this thing is like that too, because those losers from Antifa. Where's that city? Portland, Oregon. Oh yeah, it's like Antifa state there. Hold on, I got a message for the people from Antifa.
You keep your mouth shut, fat boy.
Let me say it one more time.
You keep your mouth shut, fat boy.
Yeah. Someone says, watch on YouTube, Seattle's dying and so is LA and many other major cities. Oh yeah, Bamboo, I've been covering the whole West Coast exodus, the exodus of the whole West Coast of the United States. Go back to some of my older videos on my channel, and you will see how much effort and work I've put into all these videos, starting from Seattle. And like, I should give you an example. You go to my channel here. All right, you go to my channel. My channel would be like almost like Wikipedia on its own. You go to Mike Martin's, right? Okay, then you go here, and then you go search Seattle. Seattle freeze, antisocial Seattle. Seattle King County housing collapse. Seattle King County housing crash. Seattle housing crisis. Chinese buying dries up. Seattle housing crash. Kaboom. There's lots. King County exodus. Housing market in trouble. It goes back 2 years. Been talking about Seattle. Yeah, and then you go. Let's say you want to find something in like where else? Yeah, lots of American cities are going under. New York needs $200 billion. Here's the problem, and I'm going to explain to you guys why these cities are going under, okay? I'll explain to you guys. It's very simple. Whenever people leave a region or a state or a city, that city is still stuck with its expenditures. Sidewalk cleaning, garbage pickup, police, hospitals, all that stuff. That city still needs to flip that bill. But when all the blue collar and all the white collar workers start mass exodusing, you got yourself a bit of a problem, because now the governors in those states or provinces or whatever you want to call them need to find a way to flip the bill. How are they going to flip the bill without raising taxes? When all the people that do pay taxes leave and they bring in foreign investors that avoid to pay taxes, finished. You're done. Oh, beautiful, oh, gracious sky. All right, let's look at our friends here in America. So, in Canada, let's look at Canada and America. So, you got the Canada, United States, this whole west coast, all the way here, all the way up from, way up here in, all the way up to Whistler, BC, all the way down here, all the way through these mountains, through Washington, King County, Portland, Oregon, down to San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego, all the way down to the border. There's been a mass exodus of people moving east. So right now, Montana, especially Salt Lake City, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, these prices in these states went right through the roof. So the average house went from, like, for example, in Nevada, from like $190,000 to $260,000 in a year for a house. Nevada and Utah, we're seeing these major, in Arizona, rent evictions. So all these people got kicked out that were renting in those cities. Not all of them, but a majority of them did, to occupy people from California, Oregon, and Washington and raise the rent. And that was a big problem because a lot of people were left homeless and a lot of people were left with nowhere to go. And they call them rent evictions, where they want to renovate the place and pretend they're going to renovate, but they don't. They just air it out with some Febreze, maybe light a few candles and open some windows. They don't even do nothing. And then they get the people from California. Oh, I know you're paying $2,000 rent in California. How's about you pay $1,300 here? Meanwhile, they evicted the guy that was paying $700 a month for 20 years and get rid of him. So that's how you get a lot of these trickling down problems, right? And then you got states like up here in Massachusetts. Then you got, where was it? Illinois. A lot of people from Illinois, Ohio, and all these people along this belt here were all moving down to the state of Florida and driving up the prices there. A lot of people moved to Georgia. And yeah, you know, a lot of people are moving to Fort Worth, Texas. Right now, the biggest destination, here, watch this. Watch this. Fort Worth, Texas housing. Right now, Fort Worth, Texas. Denton renovation highlights struggle for over affordable housing. It's already hitting there. See, report estimates nearly 15,000 children face homelessness in Fort Worth, Texas. See, people are moving from California to the suburbs of Fort Worth, Texas. Familiar signs popping up in front of Fort Worth, Texas homes. Price of homes listed for sale in North Texas have their numbers and houses in the market jumping. So Fort Worth, Texas, right now is an area that a lot of people are moving to. Let's go on Zillow and see what the average house in Fort Worth, Texas is. Let's just text, because I know everyone's moving there right now, and that's the biggest place right now. Let's see what the average. See, 305,000. Look at that. Look at that. You know how much that costs in Vancouver? This is 4,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms. Do you know how much this costs in Vancouver? $9 million bucks. You think I'm kidding? That's like a $9 million house in Vancouver. So look, $305,000 buys you this place. $1,117 a month. So why in God's green earth are you going to go and pay $400,000 to get a government grant in Canada to pay almost $2,000 a month when you can get this for a lot cheaper? Like, I mean, look at this. Severely delusional, Mike. Look at that. Someone says, same house in Melbourne as the picture. Bro, minimum minimum $4 million bucks. $4 million bucks. Yeah, I'll pay $4 million for that. Yeah. Look at that. And they don't pay carbon tax there like I do. My house is this much square footage, but my house is broken into many rooms. I used up one of the rooms for an entire gym. I have a washer, like a room like this. I have a big playroom for the kids. I have 7 bathrooms in my house, guys, so I'm not kidding. But this is nicely, it's divided a little bit differently. The upstairs looks like it's all bedrooms, and then the downstairs, look at that. Whew. That backyard. No pool, though. But, you know, this house in Australia, $4 million bucks. Lots of them. So, a lot of people are moving to those places because a good starter home. Let's find an affordable starter home for a family. Okay, here's a good starter home. $295. Here we go. This is a nice starter home for a family. It's $295,000. Mortgage payment is $1,100 a month. 2,600 square feet, 4 beds, 3 bath. So you want a starter house to eventually sell up down the road. Great starter house, pool for the kids, great place to raise a family. And everyone's heading to Fort Worth, Texas right now. Look at that backyard. Oh, theater room, so good. Oh my God, they're playing Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, this is a fantastic home to start off a family. This is a starter home. It's $295, 4 bedroom, 3 baths, 2,600 square feet, fully loaded. Built in 2004. It's a starter home. Unless you want to go, like, are you saying in the comment section starter home, like cheaper starter home, or what do you guys mean? Like more? Are you talking about affordable price? Jedi saying, how long will these prices last? Oh, about a year and a half, 2 years. It depends. If there's any foreign investing going in there, you're finished. Foreign investors will buy that place up overnight, and everybody's homeless. Okay, what do you mean by starter home in the? So that house is $1,100 a month. My apartment in Victoria is at $1,125, going up to $1,150 next month. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, is it because the price is... Okay, so let's change the price around, okay, guys? I think what people are trying to say in the comments is that that's too much money for a starter home. Okay, so let's go to... Okay, I think I know what people are saying in the comments, what they're trying to say. It's probably too expensive for a starter home. Okay, we'll find something... Okay. Okay, I know what they're trying to say in the comment section. That is too much money to buy for a starter home. Okay. Okay, here's one good starter home. Is this a good starter home? I thought the other one was a great one. Okay, 3 beds, 2 bath, 1,700 square feet, 165,000, $659 a month for mortgages. I think that is. Okay, so let's get started here. Beautiful, huge lot, big land. Look at that. Huge entrance, cooking, dining area, kitchen, cleaning and area, big living area. That's the other living area. Oh, okay, it's the other side. Sorry. 1 bedroom, bathroom, ensuite, other bedroom, ensuite, backyard. Yeah, this is a good starter home according to here. So this is a good starter home here. Okay, so this is in Loma Vista in Fort Worth, Texas. 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, 1,700 square feet. And this could be a great family home. $695 per month if you put down 0. I'm pretty sure if you put down $20,000, you can get your payment down below $600 a month. So you're paying $98 per square foot, and you're paying $1,300 a year for property tax. Okay, let's move on here. Lots of beautiful homes here. Holy crap. Like, this is a nice little starter home. There's some nice, really nice homes listed here. This one's full brick. 3 beds, 2 bath, but it's full brick. And you don't see a lot of brick homes too much. Like all brick like that. Big backyard. Ooh, it even has a little side house. Look. Hardwood flooring. That's real hardwood. It's not Brazil wood though, but it's hardwood. You know, it's a great size for a family to start out. How much are they asking? $168. $674 per month. And that's real hardwood too. That's not Brazil wood, but it's hardwood. Yeah, that's an amazing starter home. You could buy a 2-bedroom, 1,400 square foot in Los Angeles for that money with gang members next to you. Well, no, this is not. This is like. I don't think this is a gang-infested area, to be honest with you guys. This one's nice. This one's got a lot of land and it's beside a little lake. Let's look at this one. This one in Australia is like, with all that land, $17 million. Yeah, it's a lot of land. You're buying this for the land and you got your house there. What people usually do is live in this while they build their house on their land. I want to see the land. I couldn't care less about this house. Yeah, you got a lake on your property. This is all yours. This huge patch of land. This huge patch of land. So people wanting to live off grid, look at that patch of land right there. Holy smokes. That's like an looks like a drone. So you got a lake on your land, but it doesn't freeze in the winter though, because it's not cold there. You go skating. Oh, I would honestly, if I was to buy something like this, I would test out the weather for a couple of years and see how the patterns and winds and rains are. And I would actually build down here. Look at my mouse. I would build a nice, beautiful Bates type motel home, like that kind of Victorian old style home, like right here. And I'll build it. I'll build a drive from the main road here coming up, and I'll just plant trees along this side and along this side, and have like kind of like, and then plant trees along the sides of the road. And then what I do is Airbnb this house out right here, or have a little motel on the side of the road there, and then drive up here to the main house behind the lake. I would do something like that. I'm creative with that kind of crap. I'd probably do something like that. $719 a month. And property taxes are $1,300 a year. $1,300 a year. Yeah, there's lots. 190,000. Great starter homes. Yeah, there's lots in Fort Worth, Texas. Right now is one of the most affordable. So let's go to like Vancouver price style homes and see what you get in these cities. Wow, look what you get for like $689 there. That's $2,500 a month. Dude, guys, look at this. What? And you got a spiral staircase when you have your like parties and stuff and your tables outside and people sitting around the pool. You got your hot tub here. This $600,000. This is what $600,000 gets you in Fort Worth, Texas. Look at those vaulted ceilings. Oh, wow. Jedi saying, what's the catch with these homes that are selling for the price? No, it's like that. It's everywhere is like that. But possibly the lack of good paying jobs in the area? No, it's not that. Try and find a good paying job and be a doctor in Vancouver and see how much you make and how much you have left to eat. It's not good paying jobs. You could have a good paying job in Vancouver. You still kind of, the Canadian proper is completely bought out. There's no good jobs in these big cities in Canada. Look at that. $689, $2,500. I know people that pay $7,000 a month mortgage for their condo they bought in Vancouver, for their 3-bedroom condo, because they bought it for $1.7 million. If you like horses, there's some nice ones here too, where it comes with those things, those little stalls to put your horses in, like different stalls. Let's look at this one. This one's got stalls. It's got stalls. That's nice. Oh, and there's the house to the side. That's if you like horses and stuff, you know, and you want to ride them around. And there's the house there. $575. You buy this in Vancouver, $7 million bucks. This one looks nice. It's got a lot of beautiful lights around it. I like the lights. Oh, look at that metal work. Wow, that's a custom made door right there. Wow. Oh, look at those doors. Hold on. What? Those are metal doors with glass panes in them. Holy crap. That's nice. I don't want to see this anymore. It's going to depress a lot of people when I bring this kind of stuff up. You know what I'm saying? People will start, you know. Let's look at some of the largest homes. So, So the average detached bungalow in Vancouver is okay. A decent sized 3-bedroom house in Vancouver is about 1.6, 1.7. This is what you buy for that much money. It's got to get drone footage. Whoa, was that a vault? It is. Is that a secret? It's a secret passageway. It's inside the bookcase. It's got double fridges, double stoves. So would you rather have a detached bungalow? Should have seen that teardown that was by my house that was selling for $3.8 million. Outside fire pit. $3.8 million. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know why some people are put themselves in positions they know they can't get themselves out of. Well, that's done with that. I'm done with Zillow. Anyways, guys, I'm over an hour. Yeah, it's a safe room, probably. Yeah. You're smart, Mike. Those area might be in a tornado zone. Well, you know what, guys? We're not talking about natural disasters. You know, anything could happen anywhere. We live on a planet, very delicate planet. But Canada should be proud of itself because it's paying its carbon tax to the world. Carbon tax is so important. And without carbon taxes, I think I think we'll all die tomorrow, because occasional Cortex was saying that this is all good stuff, you know. Okay, so one last. I like this city, Las Cruces. Las Cruces. There's one city I would live in if I had a chance to. Las Cruces, kind of Mexican style. Let's turn to here. Hold on. Ooh, let me show where the places are. I just want to turn on to the terrain view. Here, let's go to somewhere in Las Cruces. New Mexico. Here, let's go here. It's kind of, oh, that's out of, I'm way out of the city. I just found somewhere. Let's go find a place. And ooh, they're building houses here. See, it's got that old Portuguese orange clay roof type of look. Spanish look, if you want to call it that. Portuguese started it, but I'm not going to get into an argument over that. Here we are. Let's find something nice here. Ooh, tortugas. Farming up there. Oh, San Isidro. Wait, is that in, are we in Mexico? Hold on, did we just cross the border? San Isidro. No, it's further down. Sorry, guys, my bad. Because they have, there's El Paso. El Paso's not far from Las Cruces. Anyways. Alright, guys, we're going into 1 hour. I just felt like doing this, talking with you guys for a bit tonight. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments below. How much is it in your area? What is happening in your area? And are you paying these crazy mental prices in your area? Guys, don't forget to, if you want to support my channel, please go to my channel. Here it is, Mike Martins. And if you guys don't mind, just go ahead and share one of my videos if you don't mind. Find something you guys like and share it. I would like to, you know, get some of my stuff out there. And if you're bored, watch my game store business from scratch, where I took this complete tear-down piece of crap building, and I actually turned it into the store I have today. And here's my wife. So she's plugging her nose because it's so bad.
What do you think, Ben?
Check it out if you're bored. It's on my channel. So, Han saying, yeah, I love the show today. Good show tonight, Mike. Mike, my girlfriend is 100% Portuguese, says the Raven. Oh, Han, Go to my channel. Okay, I'll show you something. I'll show you what you're going to do. You're going to go to my channel. And you're going to type in Sydney. There's going to come up a million videos, but there's one called Sydney. Well, Sydney is a S-H-I hole. And then if you go to, there's one called Sydney versus Florida and housing. You got to watch that one. It's over here. It's Sydney versus where I just do what I just did, but I actually compare Sydney to Florida with housing, and I showed right here. Vancouver versus Sydney housing crisis, must watch.
Take in the sites and stuff.
So then I get into Florida after, and I start showing people what you could buy for 400 grand in Florida, like what you could literally buy for 400 grand free and clear.
This guy right here.
And then I go back to Sydney, like a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, no parking, in comparison to what you could buy in Florida.
Let's see the place inside.
Check that out, Han, if you get a chance.
They're showing places.
It's not just Texas. It's a lot of states are cheap.
And that's not. I don't think that's part of it. Could it be part of the house? It looks like the lobby. But even though it's part of the house, whatever. That's not part of the house. I know that. That's not part of the house. So, okay, fair enough.
Yes.
And this one, look at this 3.5.
Pasayo saying, when I said you're smart, I wasn't sarcastic. Just saying, because you said you wanted to check out the climate for 2 years before you move into those houses.
We are 1.34 million. Let's keep going here. Let's see if we could find something in comparison with that price range.
So a price of a condo in Sydney.
Look at this 1.3. You're so far.
And you still get something like this for a price of a condo in Sydney. And I compared the condo. I opened up the link.
What are you going to do for jobs? Buddy, you create a job. With the $2 million you're not putting in. Okay. With the Australian, that was 2.53 million. With the 800,000 you're not putting into a house in Australia, you could use that $800,000 and open a business. Or open something lucrative, you know? So open something for the people. Open something nice, you know? Look at that.
All right, guys.
Fantastic.
You guys have a good night, and I will...
She even told me some of these houses come furnished as is with the price.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch that tonight because I'm bored. Anyways, I'm gonna hit the hay. I'm starting to get tired. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.